I think it's important to say that a person or an entity's ability to deliver a project is not defined by their political affiliation.
But can you confirm that person is affiliated to the party?
The directors of Fortress Attractions can be there for all to see, and they have connections with the party. But this is totally independent. This has been a very transparent process. There was an expression of interest. There were, I can't remember exactly, 5, 6 or 7 applications. There were, I seem to remember, 3 shortlisted. It was, they all had to give presentations to a panel of experts, which included the Heritage Trust and other specialists. They were chosen as preferred bidder, and there have been months of discussions and negotiations. The quality of what is to offer was by far the best. There was absolutely no question whatsoever as to their ability to deliver. And clearly this is just political sour grapes and trying to spoil what really the opposition should be congratulating Gibraltar for achieving.
And in fairness, the optics, people in Gibraltar will talk. The person, Mr. Cavesuto, is known to have been the election agent for the GSLP. Were the potential conflicts of interest managed well, you think?
There's no conflict of interest in the sense that it has been purely a commercial discussion. The allocation was given to by far the best proposal. And in the same way that one should not favour anybody because he happens to be politically aligned to you shouldn't prejudice anyone just for that reason.
Now, what changes in Fowles' proposal made it viable compared to past attempts? And how does it differ from the proposals of previous bidders who withdrew in the past?
Right. The difference in the proposal is that in the original proposal there was a requirement, or at least a request for a lease on the site, which the government was not prepared to give. On this occasion, it's a different type of license type agreement, and therefore this really unlocked the door. I think, if anything, because technology has moved on, there is more technology, more digital interpretation than there would have been in the past, which probably is the main difference, other than the conditions of the use of the land.
Now, 20 years is a very long time, so the obvious question is, why was 20 years deemed an appropriate length of time? And of course, importantly, what mechanisms are in place to review the contract if they do not deliver, or if government needs to terminate it, or other long-term issues which might arise?
There are safeguards. I've mentioned the monthly meetings and the regular reviews. So there are safeguards. If contracts are not delivered, there is a mechanism for termination in those circumstances. 20 years is not that unusual. A lot of contracts that governments, successive governments have given have been at least 15, if not 20 years. So this is not unusual. If there is going to be a large investment, obviously there has to be a return on that investment, and obviously there has to be some continuity. This is a product that's going to transform tourism in Gibraltar, and therefore there has to be some guarantee that it's not going to be terminated in the next 3, 4 or 5 years. So I think it's the right period of time, with all the safeguards that if there isn't delivery, then it can be changed.